Broadcasting from the Blanchistan Centre. This is Phoenix FM.
The internet is a communications tool used the world over where people can come together to bitch about movies and share pornography with one another.
According to the Nerd Index, you should be upside down in a junior high toilet around the clock.
This is Sparta!
All your bases are belong to us.
It's a trap 9000!
Cancelled Chronicles. Leave Benny alone!
Leroy Jenkins!
Objection!
The balls are inert.
Time to
Vicinity sedan.
And now it begins.
Hello and welcome to Nerd to Know Media on Phoenix 92.5 FM. My name is Cian and I am joined by some very special guests today. Introduce yourselves.
Darragh O'Connor.
Katie Riley.
And Lisa from Straight Outta Canto.
Woo! And we are recording here from our very separate quarantined homes because we couldn't do the panel at DCC, which we had planned, the Harry Potter themed panel.
It's the end of the world, Cian. It's the end of the world.
In supplementary news, it is the end of the world. So,
everyone buy toilet paper now. Go.
You can defeat the coronavirus with the power of TP.
Quick, just throw it.
You're cured.
Actually, I did see something really funny. There is a meme going around. I'll post it on our page. It's a Yu-Gi-Oh soap, like set. And
I just saw that. Yeah.
It's like defeat the send the coronavirus to the shadow realm.
Oh, that's dark.
So there you go.
But it's dark like the shadow realm.
Yeah, well, you know, they should actually like sell that as like at cons. I think that would go down a storm.
Oh yeah, there's probably going to be like a whole range of like, you know, anime or manga or fandom themed like soaps, masks, hand gels, toilet paper, everything at the next wave of convention.
Did we just come up with new business? Hashtag do not steal or OC original characters.
Patent pending.
So how's everybody doing in their own little pods, as it were?
We have to talk about it.
No, not necessarily, but you know, it is one thing that we have to start to show off with, I suppose. Like, you know, you guys had the panel. I wasn't there. I was supposed to be in London. That got cancelled as well.
Oh no!
Yeah, I was supposed to be doing a gig. That's why I wasn't at the panel. That's why I wasn't on it with my majestic wrestling heel cape.
Oh, do you know what though? Once Jason Isaacs cancelled, and even though he said in his video for DCC, "Oh, it's due to my day job and work commitments," and I'm like, "Oh, babe, you've got the coronavirus stank right on you. Like I can smell that through the screen. Like
it's just like this is like lies."
It's like domino effect. Like once one cancelled, I'm like, that's literally it. Like there's no way. And it was so sad because you could tell they were trying so hard to keep it going.
Yeah,
like every day
I thought they would though, because they only announced your woman from The Boys like 2 days ago. That seemed like a strong vote of confidence. Like,
yeah. No, I just think they're.
Well, in the last couple of minutes, Disneyland shut down.
What?
So yeah.
Jesus.
So it's like, yeah, they're really kind of. Really pushing this down, you know, and like I was sitting here on Twitter. I was sitting in work while on Twitter. And, I hope my boss doesn't listen to this. And I was just seeing it like ping, 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 ping. I'm like, oh my god, just cancel. It's like, wow,
yeah,
this is unreal. You know, KazukiCon was cancelled, which sucks. That's my favorite convention in Ireland.
What?
Yeah, so it's.
I was meant to go for like the first time ever to that.
Oh, KazukiCon's like the best one. Like honestly, it's the best one in the country. And
that's literally what I've heard.
We had our hotel booked, and it's just like
sickener.
But look, Katie, go for it. You're gonna get.
Oh no, I was just saying I was supposed to be flying out to Bahrain to work the Formula 1 tournament, and that's cancelled now as well.
That's sick. That's a sickener. You were telling me beforehand, and I'm just, I cannot believe that. That would have been something else, you know.
Oh, it would have been so cool.
That's terrific. My cruise got cancelled today, finally. After like
finally, I was so looking forward to it.
it was one of those things because we were booked with the Princess Cruise, and they're like the cruise ship that's like known as like the death ship.
Oh God, that is the death.
That is, yeah. We booked the Princess Cruise, and it's literally just been like a matter of time for it to be like cancelled, and we were waiting for it to be cancelled because we get a full refund if it gets if Princess cancel it. But if we wanted to cancel it ourselves or do anything, we'd be up a creek without a paddle, literally.
Oh, that's like a high stakes poker game right there.
Yeah, so literally.
I have to say, I'm just sitting there going, on a cruise right now. I'm like, yeah, no, I'd rather take your chances. It's like a weird version of Saw. It's like you get to be on an awesome cruise.
Edition of Saw.
Luxury edition of Saw. It's like, will you get it? You might get it. It's just a matter of time.
Extra, just like a free holiday with extra 2 weeks bonus quarantine at the end.
They could also turn that into a business as well. For like extreme adrenaline junkies. It's like virus cruises.
Just go around licking poles.
I just had this vision of the cruise going ahead though, and me just like having the worst time ever, just like in every photo, just like, yay!
Just walk around.
Yay!
Would you have like a Hunger Games setup, like as people fall? Would you send up like fireworks and the anthem and take in the air?
You get on like Battle Royale, except on the sea.
You get on the ship and they just say, "May the odds be ever in your favor."
This and the soap idea, guys. I think there's a new Corona economy that needs to happen. Where it's in Dead Rising 2, where they just
the last 2 weeks you've been talking about post-apocalyptic fashion, and now here we are. You can lead the way.
Listen, here's the thing. Some people say, "Oh, I was in the supermarket today, and my friend was like, oh, how's it going?" Like, you call me crazy, but it's happening, and he goes, "Yeah." And I was just like, there you go. This is happening, and I'm just like, oh, all those conspiracy shows and stuff, they all pay off now. Where it's just like,
do you ever feel like the Terminators are trying too hard? I feel like it's only taking a nudge for the world to fall apart.
All they had to do was just, give someone a bad flu and pneumonia, and that's it. They didn't need to nuke everybody. This is just, we'll do it ourselves. Like, with all buying all the toilet paper. It's like, which is still the weirdest thing ever. Why are you buying all the toilet paper? What's it gonna do?
They're gonna build a fort out of toilet paper that the virus can't get through.
Why did they buy bread for snow? Why anything?
Well, the bread is gone now too.
It's just like, when you're thinking about it, there are lists, and that you can buy of what to do, and it's like, some stuff makes sense, like paracetamol and water and all this kind of stuff, and canned goods and stuff. At nowhere point did they say, buy like 40 cases of toilet paper for some reason, and then buy all the bread and fruit because you're gonna eat all that fruit in like 4 days. It's like, just logic.
Buy all of the perishables.
They're already perishing by the time you're in the queue. Like, fruit's always on the turn by the time it arrives there, And I know they say, technically speaking, you can freeze bread, but, wouldn't you rather like freeze pizzas or lasagnas, something nice, not just bread? Bread is so shit. Buy flour.
Oh, controversial thing to say on an Irish radio show.
Now, here's the thing, Lisa, right? I'm the kind of person that would just literally sit there and eat raw bread. So
raw bread,
because I enjoy.
It's not even baked.
No, it's just bread.
Fresh off the cow.
It's just like boom, there you go. So yeah, like I take offense to that, but you know what? I respect your opinion. But raw bread, it's where it's at. In the post Fallout economy, in the post.
Would you at least not dip it in something?
No,
dip
because
it in anything runnier than bread.
No, because then it defeats the purpose of raw bread. Just try it. Hashtag 2020.
Ben and Jerry's raw bread.
I will not try that.
You what? What?
I say that as someone who likes rice cakes. What are you doing eating raw bread?
Oh my God,
rice cakes! Oh, it's so gross.
I can't believe you admitted that on air, Cian.
You can't take that back, and I'm editing the show. So
I'm proud. I'm speaking my truth.
But no, I do feel sorry for because you guys, your panel looked really, really good. As someone who's not a Harry Potter fan at all,
shame.
As you guys know,
soon to be converted person waiting to be converted.
Lisa, no, I'm sorry. It's just no. No.
Pray the muggle away.
Pray the muggle away. I've tried with the movies, and I like the movie. I like Emma Watson in the movies. And I like your one who plays Luna in the movies.
Do you like Emma Watson in the movies, or do you like Emma Watson?
No, because she's crazy, but in the movies, she's fine.
I'm noticing a trend in the people you like. Do you like Ron as well?
No, he annoys me, but he's not too bad.
Oh no!
But he's not too bad. He's not too bad. Later on, he's it's like I could hang out with him, and it'd be cool to podcast with. But
are you plugging? Because I haven't seen him do anything in a while. He might be up for it.
Oh yeah, no, seriously. If he wants to come on, it could be like, hey man, how much of a douche is that louder lad you were with?
I think he's an ice cream man now.
No way, really?
I saw something about he used his Harry Potter money to buy an ice cream van, but he's not allowed to sell ice cream without a license, so he just goes around giving it out for free.
Hold on, you need a license to sell ice cream?
Yeah.
That's very draconian.
If you're driving around a state handing out food, there'd have to be a certain regulation with regards to health and safety.
Well, here's my question, or my observation. GTA Vice City lied to me because they just drive around and it was grand. But yeah, I didn't know.
Are you saying that GTA has a function where you can sell ice cream and make a profit on it?
Well, technically, you're not selling ice cream as such.
Oh.
But there is ice cream in the van. Also, the weird thing as well, it is kind of weird. In the latest season of Sabrina, there's a whole thing about an ice cream truck, so that's kind of weird.
It's all coming together for you, Darragh.
It's all coming together, yeah. I'm just like, what's going on?
Here, we can't go on talking about Harry Potter without asking you. And I'm speaking to Lisa here. You met Tom Felton, who played Draco Malfoy, right?
I met Tom Felton, who played Draco Malfoy, and I met Jason Isaacs, who played Lucius Malfoy, in the same day.
Whoa, what was that like?
It was actually surreal. So it was in London Comic Con last summer. And it was a big, huge, crazy 24-hour thing. We were all going over for one day to meet a whole bunch of people. My friend met Jason Momoa. My other friend met William Shatner, and I had Draco and Lucius lined up. Meeting Draco Malfoy was really weird because he looks so sad. He looks like life has failed him. He is failing at life. It was the most disappointing meeting of anything ever. It was so sad. It was like a conveyor belt of girls going up, hugging a lamppost for 2 seconds while the camera flashes, and then you just hop off.
You share that photo so much. But you share that photo on Facebook so much.
Don't we look so happy? He didn't make eye contact. He didn't speak. I just squeezed his stomach muscle for all I was worth. And that's where I got my value for money from, squeezing that muscle inappropriately.
Is this the Umfla or the L lad?
The young fella. Do you want to know what happened with the Alpha?
Right.
Yes.
So he was lovely, right? So Draco, he didn't say hello to any fan. He didn't do anything. He just stood there. Jason Isaacs was lovely. He came up and he shook everybody's hand. Hi, I'm Jason, as if you hadn't just paid $200 to meet him, and he was lovely. And then he'd be like, I hope you're having a great day. Then he'd put his arm around you, and then he'd shake your hand again and say have a great day, enjoy the convention, So
what a good
even
lad.
Though my mum was like, yeah, but that doesn't mean he loves you. He just he says that to everyone. I'm like, yeah, I know, but it's the little things. It's the nice
it's the effort. And I'm glad that you get to meet him because he's one of the best Star Trek captains, one of the best Star Wars villains no one knows about. Yeah. He's a gem. He's fantastic.
He's delightful. Even in the death of Stalin, he's the best thing. But it was really funny because after I hugged Jason Isaacs and went to walk away to go collect my photo, my hair got caught in his shirt buttons, and he had to pull me back and untie my hair from his shirt buttons. That happened.
Yes.
But my hair is so long, I was a good foot away before I realised anything had happened, and he just started yelling, "No, wait, come back!" So Jason Isaacs physically pulls me back, positions me. We are chest to chest by the hair and the shoulder, and then he gently but firmly untangles my hair from his buttons, and then he caresses my hair, fixes it, and then rubs me on the shoulder, and it's have a great day. And I'm just there I think I'm pregnant. It was just the funniest thing ever. where I'm just there like, did that just happen? That was like worth every penny.
Right. What I'm going to do now is it's for the benefit of us, not for the radio listeners. I'm sorry, but you guys have to see this, right? So I've recently discovered on Twitter wrestling fan photos. Right. Speaking of inappropriate touching, can you guys see my screen?
No.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
Yeah. There's one. Here's another one.
Oh,
no.
Same guy.
Yeah, no, they're all different guys. They're just wrestling fans. They all kind of look the same.
No, I'm pretty sure that's the same guy.
that is brilliant.
Yeah.
Oh, she's given the signal with her eyes.
Yeah.
She's like, security.
Yeah, it's
That's
like
smart.
there's enough here. Yeah. Look, it all says it on the face.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So
I say why.
Like the benefit of the visuals.
yeah, so basically, guys, for anyone who didn't see that, recently there was a bunch of posts online from WWE saying that you can't touch the wrestlers anymore because of COVID-19, right? This started a thread on Twitter posting the cringiest pictures ever from these events, and a lot of them are just very, very uncomfortable female wrestlers and
Some very happy men.
Very happy men, but
too happy.
Yeah, there was one hugging Becky Lynch, and she's clenching her fists, going, "Get away from me!" You know, it's just like.
I think we should all just kind of be like Keanu Reeves and just do the hover hand.
Do the hover hand, yeah. It's like.
Oh yeah, classy.
I mean, we should all just be like Keanu Reeves anyway. But
that's true.
Yes,
that's true.
Agreed.
You know,
Little note.
If you're gonna take one thing from Keanu, let it be the hover hand.
That's true. Well, whole life lessons. Fun fact, actually. So I recently passed all my exams in college. I'm going to graduate in September. But my thesis was dedicated to Keanu Reeves.
Oh.
With a quote from Johnny Mnemonic. So there you go.
So is there like anywhere we can read this thesis or?
Oh yeah. To be fair, it's a very boring tech analysis of how to build a shop, like a shop website. So yeah, I can post online and you guys can read it, but it's very boring. But that entertained me greatly.
But Keanu Reeves is in it, so it must be good.
That's true. Keanu Reeves is the best. And again, you know, one thing I did say with the show with Lisa, she has to watch Point Break, and she hasn't seen it yet.
Oh yeah, no. Maybe now with the corona, I'm going to be down by Tower Records tomorrow. I might actually just stock up like on a load of like weird like corona self-isolation movies.
Well, look.
Yes, actually, I meant to ask that at the start of the show. Assuming we're all going to be quarantined properly, like what TV shows, movies are you going to watch while you're not allowed to go anywhere?
Probably rewatch the Harry Potter ones in preparation for when our panel gets rescheduled for the next DCC, because I was not prepared for tomorrow.
No.
Wait, tomorrow? What
year is it?
What year is it?
Wait, what day is it? Oh, is it only Thursday? Okay, I was not prepared for the next 48 hours.
Breaking the fourth wall there, Lisa. You know, what I will say as well for anyone who's listening, you know, there are like, you know, there's Netflix, Disney Plus, and don't forget, you know, for educational purposes, you can sell the high seas as well. So, you know,
Or read a book.
Or read a book, of course, yeah. But I don't know. I'm just kind of, I don't know.
Can you pirate a book?
Yeah, theoretically, for educational purposes, you can pirate anything.
Just be careful. You're saying this to two people who work in Easton's.
In theory, of course.
He's not advocating that anybody actually ever would.
No, I'm just saying theoretically it is possible. It's like you know those ads that you used to get before you'd watch a movie. You know, would you pirate a house? Would you pirate a car?
Oh,
would you steal a thing?
Would you steal a handbag?
Steal a house. You wouldn't steal a handbag, and it's like you don't know me. How dare you make assumptions?
You wouldn't download a baby.
It's like, listen, if you could download those things, you probably would. So,
oh dear.
Oh no, I missed those ads though. I missed like the shaming approach that movie used to take.
You wouldn't shoot a policeman and then go to the toilet in his hat.
and then steal the hat again.
And then send the hat to his widow.
Oh God, that's dark.
Thank you, IT card.
Oh my God.
Oh, but actually, Ed Byrne, who was at, I think the con we did, the August last year, he has a great comedy bit on that ad, like where he basically says something to the effect of like, "You don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm drunk at 2 PM, about to watch Hostel 2. Like I could do anything."
The world is his oyster.
Actually, one thing that I am going to try watch if it is quarantine, because like, you know, I work from home, so I'm always at home. But if it's you know, if you can't leave at any point, it's like, well, there's stuff to catch up on. I am going to try finally watch Black Books fully, because I haven't seen Black Books fully.
No way.
Oh, it's so good.
I know. I've only seen bits and pieces of it, like 1 or 2 episodes. I've never seen like the full thing. So that's my big kind of goal to work towards, to watch that. And yeah, like I'm actually going to try use my Amazon Prime subscription to work through that, because the last thing I watched on it was The Boys. So there's some good stuff on it. Oh, the last thing I watched on it was Bad Omens. So
Good Omens.
Yeah, Good Omens. Sorry, Good Omens.
No, he watched the cheap.
The cheap ones.
Fan Omens.
Oh my God! You know what? Seriously though, right? There could be a market for those kind of like knockoffs where you do them, because I don't know if you guys watched the Amanda Show when you were kids.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, Block Blister!
Block Bleaster.
Blister, much better! Oh my God, yes! That was amazing!
It was amazing.
I would actually pay money to watch movies like that. Like,
yeah, because they're better.
What?
Much better.
They are!
Were they going for
Much better.
Were they Russian,
I
Eastern
remember
European?
the Star Wars one. Where they're like just in 2 black bin bag capes, like very slowly hitting each other with like 2 long cardboard inner roll tube things. And then the guy's like, "That's not Star Wars," and they're like, "Of course it's not. It's much better."
So, on that note, then, have any of you seen Be Kind Rewind?
I was just gonna say that. Yeah, it's the same premise.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it actually.
It's Jack Black, and he works for like a video shop, but they accidentally end up erasing all the tapes.
Right.
So they have to recreate all of the movies themselves.
That sounds brilliant.
And it's just hijinks ensue, and it's hilarious.
It is pretty good. I was actually working in the cinema when that came out, so I remember it quite well. Yeah, good movie, very good movie.
It's so funny.
But then, guys, since we have like most of our nerd to know family here, I know Kev isn't here today and Bryn, but like, if we were to recreate any show or movie using our vast resources, what would you like to remake poorly?
Shaun of the Dead.
I think I'd want to do the Dark Crystal.
Oh,
good pick.
I
was surprised you didn't want to do like a Pokemon knockoff, Lisa, or something like that.
I don't know. You see, then you're getting, well, we technically could. I probably have enough plushies to like recreate at least the first movie or something. I don't know. I just think with the kind of apocalyptic world and climate in which we are in, maybe something a little end of the world you mightn't.
Oh no, forget that. I want to be the voice of Mewtwo.
Well,
okay.
They did a knockoff recently, didn't they? Like Netflix did a.
I wouldn't call it a knockoff. It was kind of a reimagining of the same thing.
No, we won't give it that much credit.
Is it bad? Is it?
It's meant to be very good, actually.
Well, just from the trailer, it looked like almost exactly the same step by step, but 3D and really poorly animated.
We can't argue with that, I suppose. It does, but you know what? I always thought it looked like, that weird bit in The Simpsons where they're like watching the Bible channel over at the Flanders house, and they're watching this weird like Play-Doh kind of clay animated Davy and Goliath cat and dog thing. It's like, I don't know, gravy. That's what I honest to God first thought of when I saw the animation for the new Pokemon CGI movie. I was like, that's just the weird animation from the I don't know, gravy talking dog Jesus show.
You'll be punished for your lack of faith.
Then he like puts a stick of dynamite in the dog's mouth.
He's making a pipe bomb.
I mean, I don't know about you guys, but Mew versus Mewtwo was fine.
Yeah,
It was fine.
it was fine. Like, look, my thoughts on that when it comes to like the TV shows and stuff like that from its time, it's like the Power Rangers, right? The Power Rangers is fine. You don't need to spend money on the Power Rangers because they didn't. All you need to do is spend money on the important stuff, right? So in that case, you need to spend money on the theme music and the stock footage, and then you're good. You know, with Power Rangers, it's like just put a bit more money into the animation, and you're good. You know, you don't need to do anything else.
Yeah, I don't get this new trend of just remaking everything.
Because it's easy.
And
Well,
it's cheap.
I think it's
comforting.
I think it's more to do with, maybe not in the case of Pokemon, but like with Disney, it's more to do with copyright.
Yeah, fair. Well,
There is
so that
that,
they can-
and there's also like brand. What is it called? Brand solidification. Is that the term they use? Where they're basically like kind of flexing their muscle to remind A, the viewer what you like about them, and B, show the competition that you can't take them on.
You know what I did enjoy though? It wasn't a remake. It was just the most pointless movie ever made, but still a very good movie. Maleficent 2.
I knew you were going to say that, yeah.
Literally, it's a movie where everything that happens has no consequence. They're in the exact same place when it starts and ends, but it's a great time. It's the weirdest movie ever. It's like this 2-hour movie literally changed nothing.
I don't know, like I had such high hopes for the first one, and I'm not a fan of Angelina Jolie, but I love Maleficent.
Fair.
I had such high hopes going into it, and the whole time I was sitting there going, no, I'm not okay with this. I'm not okay with this.
I can see, that's the thing. At least though that set up something and had like stakes. Like the second one, all the stakes they set up are completely gone away. It's like when The Simpsons resets and goes back to like the status quo. That's what it feels like. I was trying to think.
And in the end, nothing of value was lost.
They should have ended it like that. It would have made more sense. But Cian, to answer your question, a movie that I would remake poorly, if we were going the end of the world kind of thing, I'd go The Thing and use my dogs as props.
Yeah.
And if we were going like proper lame, I'd try to remake The Matrix poorly.
Ooh, I would go for that. Actually, I had a Matrix moment just before we started recording. Stevie was like, no, not that, but I wish it was that. Stevie was like falling asleep at the table, so I kind of tried to like kind of gently poke her awake, and she went into karate mode and nearly broke my wrist.
Oh yeah, you gotta be careful with that.
It's like happened in a second. So like it was
never wake a sleeping mother.
Well, now I know.
Particularly one that knows karate and can kill you.
Well, now I know.
There's actually a really good book, right? Called, like, there's a few good books. Oh, my cat just joined us. Hello, Penny. There's a few good books called Exploring the Matrix and the Simulation Theory and stuff like that. And it's just like, yeah, you know what? Consider the fact how wild things are. This could just be like God loading up 2020 DLC and just messing with people. It's like, hey.
I don't know. I still think we're in The Sims.
That's what I mean, literally. And they're just loading up DLC now. So they bought a new pack, and it's some kid going, "Hey, look what I got! Let's mess up my Sims."
Or it's like it hasn't been tested properly, and you get day one bugs and
you download a virus.
Well, see, if you use Linux, you won't get viruses.
Well, then that just proves that God doesn't use Linux.
That's true. That's a very good point. That's very good.
So what, are you saying like DCC was like an expansion pack that was like rushed out and wasn't ready yet? Is that kind of the vibe we're going for?
I'm not gonna say that.
No, I wouldn't say that.
No.
I do kind of, I feel bad for the folks because like this year really, like the spring Comic-Con is actually like was trialed 2 years ago, I think, with the anime one. Yeah. And then they expanded it out, and like last year was really good. So
yeah, I do want to give a shout out to all the people who work in a DCC.
Oh, definitely.
We're complaining a bit, but we know that like they tried to make it happen right up until the last minute, and my heart goes out to them.
They did. And look, if you never went before, and you're thinking about it, when it rolls around in summer, go, because like it's important to that, even all these events. Because what I feel, my worry with all these things is a lot of it is community based. Like you don't realize how many things we do. Well, yeah. Katie, you would. From literally working in that sector, but I even myself just thinking back, I was just like, I never realized how many things were like community related. It's like, oh crap, like gigs, conventions, meetups, all this kind of stuff, and you're just going, wow. So when that stuff does kind of run back up again, I would say, go to them and take advantage
Yeah,
of them. Because you don't know
show
what
your
happened.
support.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because you don't know when this could happen again. Like, we're just completely unprepared for the world being changed like this,
Yeah, and it's weird because like every weekend or every second weekend there's like a storm now. It's just like something that we have. Like, does anybody remember when like Storm Ophelia was a thing and everyone was like, Storm Ophelia is coming? Now it's like there's literally a storm every week.
It's
just changing, and we're still not as prepared, even though this is like a weekly occurrence now,
It's like that sketch, when Irish people hear a fire alarm. They're like, oh, is that my phone? And they all just sit there with their point.
Yeah, that happened to me in Amsterdam, actually. We were walking down the street and it started raining and everyone ran inside. And me and Stevie and the baby were like, what? It's just rain. And we kept walking. And they looked at us like we were crazy.
It's like, this is summertime. What are you talking about?
Yeah, exactly. It's fierce grey.
Beautiful day. Let's get some ice cream.
Oh.
Here, if you've never had ice cream in the rain, you're not living.
Oh no, seriously, like I think the 90% of my ice creams have been in the rain purely because this is Ireland and if you don't eat your ice cream where you can, then you're not going to eat ice cream in Ireland.
That's fair. Enjoy the time that you have with it, because it's like if rain's going to put you off it, you're just never going to go anywhere.
If anything, it adds like a time limit aspect, so you have to eat it faster.
Again, against the clock here.
Yeah.
Again, Saw, but with ice cream in Ireland, like.
We could look into this like dried bread situation, bread ice cream.
Just have some raw bread.
Dried bread, wet ice cream.
There you go. You're sorted. Actually, bread and ice cream wouldn't be too bad.
An ice cream
and your bread
sandwich.
Bread makes everything better. So
doesn't it though?
It's just great.
True.
My mom serves like slices of sliced ham with pasta, and then we all make.
Oh my God, your mom's awesome. Your mom is incredible. Oh, that's how I eat pasta as well. I remember when I was little.
We eat pasta, like we just make those sandwiches.
Yeah, you make sandwiches out of it. It's fantastic. Like when I lived in Italy, it was really hard. In Italy, it's very hard to get like just a sliced pan because they don't exist. So you have to kind of get like the local bread, but it's like this weird kind of square bits of bread. So you have to like make a tower. So you're basically having a pasta burger if you eat it that way.
Just carbs on carbs on carbs.
Well, here's the thing though, Katie. When you're in Italy, you sweat it all off. So it's a carby diet.
I live primarily on carbs.
Oh yeah, but they're totally different carbs. It's like Ireland and Italy are very, very similar in a lot of ways. But that diet there, when you're walking everywhere and it's so hot, you sweat it off, and then you come home and you're like, I need to cut back on those carbs because it's just you turn into a comic book guy very quickly if you don't.
You mean I grow a beard?
Well, maybe.
Beard.
Actually, one thing I wanted to say, and you guys are all here. Bryn isn't here, so let's make fun of him. I know.
Hey.
How was the panel at SureCon? Because I know we've talked about it, Cian, but overall, what did you? How was?
Oh yeah, we didn't really get a chance to talk about it last week. We'd one with Lisa about the Pokemon and women and all that, and then we had the Star Warsy one.
And what happened? I said all the lads.
All the lads. Yeah. The Pokemon, a great bunch of lads.
So straight out of Kanto panel featuring Cian from Nerds No Media panel at SureCon about the evolution of women in Pokemon actually went very well. We had some very enthusiastic people up the front. If Cian will remember, he was going back and forth.
I got my exercise for the month because everyone was perking up and I had to run over with a handheld microphone to the crowd, which was further away than you would think.
And they were all wanted a bite of that microphone pie. They were absolutely going mad, and it was great. Like, it was a really good panel. It was great because, like, I didn't need any of the notes I'd prepared because I was just like, I think people just saw the title of it, came to it, and were like, I already have opinions on this. Let's discuss it. And it just kind of, that's what I love about panels and about what you were saying, like about like small community kind of environments and events, because people are there because they want to be there and because they pick panels that they feel a connection to or that they feel like will interest them with their fandom. And with events like comic conventions, even the small college ones, you know, people may not get to talk about Star Wars or Pokemon or dress up as a, you know, in cosplay and stuff in their daily life. So this is like the only opportunities they like get to talk about these things, especially like the nitty gritty stuff, like the role of gender fluidity in Team Rocket. And, you know,
yes, I quite liked your idea, Lisa, about talking about Team Rockets as like kind of millennials,
Millennial
like,
masterpiece,
with their startup businesses that fail every week, and they just try something else next episode, that kind of thing.
Yeah. So it was a really interesting panel because like I had a whole kind of boring lecture planned, but these guys were like, well, this is what we thought. And it was really cool to find out that people actually thought about this other than just me trying to find something other than horror to talk about.
Team Rocket were just ahead of their time anyway.
They were. And it's so natural with them, you know?
I want to see a spin-off show that's Team Rocket in San Francisco running a tech business. That's what I want to see.
So specific.
They'd have to swap Meowth for a mouse, though.
No, Meowth.
No, Meowth answers the phones because he's already got his American accent ready to go.
No. Meowth is the pitchman for the business. and they're running. I'm thinking about it now because, you know, San Francisco is a weird place and Silicon Valley is a weirder place. Man, this could fly.
You've thought about this.
Now I have. Now I'm going to develop this.
He's got the screenplay for the pilot written already.
How do you know what's going on in my life? But no, I think this could happen. I'm going to pitch this idea. What's it? OC, Do Not Steal.
Patent pending.
Patent pending.
Oh, that's pretty cool though. But I never actually thought about Team Rocket like that before. And I suppose you're right because they are like the ultimate millennial group.
Yeah,
you know?
minimum wage job, no money for food, no recognition from their boss. Each week there's a new brilliant thing that they're going to do and invest in, and you know, that's going to change their life and be the big one that will get them the stability financially and economically, socioeconomically that they want, and it doesn't, and different shitty part-time jobs every week, excuse my language, you know.
And it's worth pointing out, they never like say, "Oh, the trap failed. Let's modify this and make it better next time." No, it's clean slate every single time.
But you know,
scorched earth policy.
But you know, it's. I think when you're looking back, when you're scheming, it's okay to do that. You know, instead of just developing, refining the process. Like, although the thing about it is, a lot of their schemes end the same way. Where they try to steal Pikachu, and then Pikachu shocks them. It's like, steal a different Pokemon and you'll be fine. Not one that can shock you.
Well, no, they were never able to steal any Pokemon they tried to steal, though.
This is true, but they always kind of fall back and go, "Oh, there's a Pikachu," and you're like, "Stop it!" Like, you're so close.
I think it's a matter of principle now. I don't even think they want Pikachu. I just think it's all they've known for so long that to try something else would be scary. Like
if you play the original Red and Blue, Pikachus are bloody hard to find.
That's true.
Yeah.
They are. Yeah. Well, what I want to know is another spin-off show where they get a Pikachu and then it's a buddy cop show with Meowth and Pikachu.
That's just Detective Pikachu.
Yeah, but with Meowth.
Detective. Oh, patent pending.
Patent pending. See, we're just spitting out ideas here. Yeah. Hollywood, pay us.
I hope somebody's making a note of this.
Maybe. Well, before we get too far, the Star Wars panel went well as well. We didn't get to record it, unfortunately. But God, my heart goes out to yourself, Lisa, for like being on the panel talking about Star Wars. You haven't seen much of them, have you?
I haven't seen any Star Wars. I know nothing about them apart from that Simpsons episode that had Luke Skywalker in it.
How have you not seen
That's actually a pretty good starting point.
Actually, funny story on that, right? So when I was younger, I got involved with musical bands. And initially I was just like, oh, you know, I'll do this because Guys and Dolls was there. And I didn't know what Guys and Dolls was, except for that episode of Simpsons. So me and my friend were like, yeah, we'll go play, you know, music for the band or whatever. And then when we got there and we got handed the score, that song wasn't in it. And I'm like, what? That song's not in it? And the teacher was like,
you mean Just Be a Jedi Tonight isn't in it?
Well, it's Just Be a Lady Tonight's the song, but the one actually, you know, is Guys and Dolls. I thought that was in it, and it's not. And I was like,
me too. For years and years.
For years and years and years. And then I was just like, me and my friend were like, this is a load of bullshit. You know, what's going on here? So no, we stayed and did it anyway, but I had to learn the hard way that not everything The Simpsons says is true.
So
Don't trust the
amazing
Simpsons.
Star Wars Guys and Dolls musical songs aren't true, but them predicting the coronavirus is true. That's so fair.
Well,
Wait, when did they predict the coronavirus?
In 1993.
Yeah, actually, funny story. If you look at my Twitter, I posted there that the reaction of our Taoiseach, who was unelected but still there, he actually behaved the same way as Mayor Quimby, where he just left the country.
In the Bahamas.
In the Bahamas. But he's in America, and it's like, wow, The Simpsons just predicted this.
Hey, get that your bongo drum out of the mayor's office. Sorry, Mom.
So yeah, you know, fair play to The Simpsons. They're still predicting it.
Oh, that's right. It all comes in the boxes with the fruit. What are they? Juicing machines. Yeah.
Season 4, Marriage and Chains.
Oh.
Yeah, but there you go.
Oh my God.
It's funny, like it's crazy that worked out. But in this case with Guys and Dolls, sorry, ladies and gentlemen, those songs are not in it.
So what you're saying is we should just, like, if it ever comes to town or whatever, don't bother. Just don't go see it because it's not in there.
I would say go in with expectations of it not being in there. Unlike when me and my friend were there and we're like, why is this song not there?
Just watch Princess Leia singing in the Star Wars Holiday Special. You'll get your money's worth.
Oh, no. I think that's worse than the coronavirus. Jar Jar. Here, what was with this Jar Jar thing, Katie? You were there sticking up for it. I'm like, what is going on? I let them away for one panel and it goes mad.
I just really love Jar Jar. I thought he was great.
That's fair.
Now, in fairness, when the movie came out, I was a kid. So I thought, oh, wow, this is amazing. But now I'm just kind of, because I know that everybody hates him now, I'm just sticking to my guns and saying, nah, Jar Jar's great. We need more Jar Jar.
You know what, though, right? To be fair, that was the point of it, because that was the demographic that George Lucas was going for, so it makes sense.
Yeah. No, even if I watch it now, I'd still be like, yeah, this is great. I'm enjoying this so much.
I don't hate Jar Jar at all. You know, I think it's fine. I'm like, yeah, it serves the purpose. You know, apparently he was supposed to have a bigger role. In the other two movies, he was supposed to be
a bigger role. He toppled democracy.
He did.
Well, wasn't that the whole leaked plot line that they had to change or something?
Yeah, he was supposed to be like the major bad guy of the next two movies, but you know.
Oh my God, I would love that.
Like, yeah, he was supposed to be like the Sith Lord above Palpatine or something like that.
Yeah, but
he was supposed to be Darth Plagueis.
Yeah, literally. But the fan outcry was too much, and he just scrapped them to still overthrow democracy.
Oh, shame. Yeah. It's funny, actually. I was watching Princess Mononoke on Netflix, as well as the wonderful Ghibli's are up on Netflix now.
What a movie.
Have you? I think most of them, but have you all seen that film recently enough? Like, do you know it? Or?
Oh, yeah.
Parts of it.
I remember seeing that movie when I was 17, playing in my first real band, and I was just like, you know, obviously anime is funny, you know, but when you're watching Ghibli, I didn't realize the anime rules applied to that. And the anime rules are, if it's 15s, it's going to be extremely violent. It's 18s, there's going to be, you know, sexual stuff in it, like really on the nose. But yeah,
unless it's like Pompoko and all of those raccoons had giant testicles.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. But you know, like I think Mononoke is 12s. Is it 12s or is it PG?
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, you know, this should be fine. And then like people's arms are getting hacked off. Jesus, you know, this is just so violent. But yeah. Anyway, sorry. Go on. Let's say that.
There was an outcry in the West about that, but. Yeah, anyway, I bring it up because fairly early on, the main character picks up a comic relief guy, and he's just kind of a cowardly soldier, but he's a nice enough guy. And I kind of thought, oh, that's what they were going for with Jar Jar. They just went too far.
Yeah,
he's kind of likable, cowardly, like, you know.
Too far. What are you talking about? Jar Jar's great.
Oh no, I love him.
They didn't go far enough. They should have all the Jar Jar.
They could have gone further.
They did in the Clone Wars. They paired them up with Mace Windu and sent them on Indiana Jones adventure.
Oh, I would watch that so hard.
You should. I'll send you a link if you like.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
You just made Katie's day. Now she's like, she's like, now I have my Corona quarantine watching.
Yeah, never mind all the work I lost. I'm good. I got Jar Jar and Mace Windu going on adventures.
I know it's not actually Samuel Jackson, but can you imagine him trying to be patient around Jar Jar?
No, but I can imagine him being just like totally done with him.
Just imagine the plot. Okay, guys, hear me out.
Yeah.
The plot of Captain Marvel, but Brie Larson replaced with Jar Jar Binks.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Right,
yes.
Right. There you go. Make that Hollywood. But here, speaking of the thing, I know this is like a coronavirus special or whatever. But did you hear? It looks like Comic-Con E3's been cancelled now. It looks like San Diego Comic-Con's gonna be cancelled. Oh man.
Yeah.
It's like all of our news now. I was watching Tech Newsday the other day and they're like, hey, we're sorry, but this is all coronavirus all the time. And it's like, yeah, it kind of is.
I'm amazed someone hasn't shared that SpongeBob song of him singing Stay Indoors by now. I've been waiting for that all day.
Oh, that's a good one.
Why don't you share it?
I might just do that. But before we go any further, I feel like this episode would be remiss if we didn't mention the reason why Lisa suddenly decided to rejoin us at the last minute.
Oh yeah, I heard y'all were talking about Roadhouse without me. That's
okay.
Yeah.
I know you've done an episode on this, but what is Roadhouse?
Darragh, do you want to take that one? I don't think I can do it justice.
First thing I gotta say, shame on you, Cian and Katie, for not listening to the wonderful episode that Lisa did. I have to say, Lisa's show is phenomenal, but that Patrick Swayze episode is just amazing. Fair play.
It's so funny. It's
it's so funny. It's so. I'm not just saying it because I'm on it. Like I was just laughing the entire time as we were doing it. But
no, me editing that was like so. It took like twice as long to edit that segment because I just had to keep going back because I kept laughing over bits that I was editing.
It's so funny. Yeah. So listen to it if you guys haven't. Do it's totally worth your time. Like. But we're okay.
Talk about other things on it as well.
Oh yeah, there's. If you ever wanted like a career recap of Patrick Swayze, Lisa's your woman. So he hits all the points.
Like Point Break.
Except for Point
Since
Break.
we're all going to be quarantined, could we do like a group live stream of watching it? Is that copyright infringement?
Yes, and then we have to watch Roadhouse too.
Okay, I'll tell you what. If we're all here's the thing. Here's the promise. If we're all quarantined, we're gonna live react to it. I'll set it up on our on Twitch, and we'll just.
Dude, I'm a teacher. I will, and schools are closed. I will have time next week.
All right.
Yeah, I'm already technically unemployed, so I'm good to go.
Right.
I worked in Eason's, and it could be the apocalypse, and we would still be open.
yeah. I'm on, and actually, my manager in my branch went, actually, the coronavirus could be good for us this week. I was like,
the coronavirus was brilliant for us. It was brilliant for us today because, so we have had, we serve primarily Trinity students. For the last 2 weeks, we have had 0 customers. I'm talking hours would go by with no customers.
Oh, you're right. You're I don't want to give away your private information or anything, but you're quite near a certain college, aren't you?
We're in town. So we are in Eason's in town. We have had no customers except for today at around lunchtime when they announced that all the schools were shut. And then we had customers from every office in the area coming in, spending over hundreds of euro on kids' colouring books, activity books, sticker books, paint sets, books, everything. It's like they never thought that they'd ever have to entertain their children, ever.
What are these things we have? What are these things?
Oh my god, I spent 2 weeks in the company of my child. Let's throw money at it. It's absolutely
Lisa,
wild.
as a parent, can I just say I get it? They in the
Your
space
child
of the
is
day.
not school age yet.
No, but she's already crawling around the house, grabbing my Switch, pulling down everything, pulling down lamps, eating dog food. If you can give them an activity that holds their attention for an hour, it's bliss.
An hour, 20 minutes, babe, and you're lucky.
Yikes.
I've got a good kid.
Oh, for now.
Well, listen, what we will do is we will set up that Roadhouse live stream if we're all quarantined to keep us all sane, because
just to react to
here's the thing. Thank God the water's still running and we have the internet. If that goes, we're in serious problems. But we're okay now.
The 3 network went down today and I got a big fright.
Oh no!
between noon and 2:30. I was like, oh god, it really is a plague, isn't it?
That's when you know we're in trouble. You're like, oh no, I need my memes.
We're all just playing Plague Inc. real time.
Oh man, I have to say I love Plague Inc. and now I'm just like I never thought. Actually, it's weird. You know, like the background score of people coughing and stuff. It's just like now you hear that in public, you're like, oh, this is so eerie and disturbing. I've played this level before. Real talk though, I have a mask and I'm not wearing it yet, but it's a balaclava mask with an N99 filter. And I'm like, I'm not doing that yet because that makes you look crazy. But who knows?
Be careful where you go wearing that, yeah.
I know. I'm just like, I'm not going to wear it yet. We'll see what happens. But who knows? We could go Fallout very fast.
Before we go Fallout, Katie, do you want to plug your wonderful business invention you've come up with this week?
Yes.
It's not necessarily a business invention. It's basically just since all of my gigs have cancelled and I'm, a starving artist, I've decided that anyone who donates to my Ko-fi account can pick kind of what projects I work on next. So, because there's quite small donations, it's more kind of you get to pick what kind of balloon I make, and I'll post it up and I'll dedicate it to you. And please send me money.
If you want to do that, you can go to Ko-fi and look for Mannequin Blue, right?
Yeah, yes, please. I also have a Teespring account, but when people buy t-shirts, they get t-shirts, so they don't need to request balloons. This is more for the people who are donating, and I want to give something to them, rather than just say thank you for all of your money. This is great.
Definitely.
And what kind of balloons are on offer then?
So what I've done in the past is like characters. So people, will request characters or animals or whatever they want. And I don't know if you saw some of my latest posts, but I made like a Togepi and I made a Michigan J Frog from Looney Tunes. So like stuff like that. It can be as obscure as you want and as weird as you want. And I will sit there all day and figure it out and just see what we can come up with.
Oh, I'm going to look that up now.
Yeah, I definitely, we talked before we went on air, Katie. I definitely think doing a live stream of that would be cool. So if you do that,
yeah,
we'll plug
while watching Roadhouse, so we throw everything in.
Well, no, I don't know. Like,
make a balloon Patrick Swayze.
Balloon Patrick Swayze.
Ooh, Patrick Swayze.
Balloon Patrick Swayze, please.
Okay,
from Roadhouse.
From Roadhouse, I will get on.
I'll tell you what. I will send. Do Coffee take PayPal?
Yeah, well, that's what it is. It goes straight into PayPal.
Right. Here's what I'll do. I will donate to that after we finish that for a Roadhouse Patrick Swayze from There to No Media.
Okay, so if you donate, make sure that you put in what you want me to make, because otherwise, like, I've had a few people donate and then I've had to chase them and say, what do you want me to make? And they're like, nah, I don't really care.
Right. No, but I'm saying now that's what we want from all of us. I think that's just appropriate.
Okay, I will make it happen.
Cool. And guys, do go over support Katie. She's a fantastic balloon artist. So I'm excited. You're going to see it. We're going to post that on our social media.
Yeah.
But look, before we go, I can't believe that's the thing.
We haven't covered anything in the news.
No, we have covered the news. The world's ending. Buy stuff.
Oh, there's one thing.
Toilet rolls will be the last thing to comfort you in your dying moments.
Exactly. But yeah, no. Just to get back to Roadhouse, Cian. Roadhouse is a movie about a bouncer, and he's like the best bouncer ever, right? In like a big
except for Wade Garrett.
Except for Wade Garrett, yeah, of course. And
he's the best in business, though he's getting old.
and he's recruited to this like absolute dive bar. So imagine Fibbers, but a million times worse, right? And
God,
and that's basically
that's not hard to do.
No, it's not. Well, it and basically then it has a subplot where this Mr. Burns type is trying to get away with owning the town, and throughout the course of the movie it ends with Patrick Swayze pulling a man's throat out with his bare hands, and then there's the best.
Until you said that, I was saying it sounds like it's a bit like It's a Wonderful Life.
No,
it took a turn.
Oh my god, actually it is, because that dude from the villain dude from Roadhouse is literally like Mr. Potter's, like from It's a Wonderful Life.
That's insane.
Except Patrick Swayze is like a less wholesome James Stewart.
But there are like, it is graphically violent. There are some graphic sex scenes, and it's the best line of any movie ever. And I'm not going to repeat it.
Don't tell them what it is. Don't tell them what it is. We have to live react to it.
Oh yeah, I can't.
Oh,
we have to
okay.
live react to it, and it's also we're going out at 5 p.m. So.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just fantastic. So if that has whetted your appetite, when we live stream it, I think the reactions, I think it's going to be something else.
The music as well is amazing. We forgot to talk about that when we were talking on the show as well. The Jeff Healey band,
so good.
cameo throughout, and it's just so good.
So
and I
good.
also recommend watching Roadhouse too. It's actually a direct continuation of Roadhouse. You find out
So
what
it's got like a John Wick thing going for us.
Yeah, it's like set 20 years later, and you find out what happened to Dalton.
Oh wow.
Ooh.
Wow.
Yeah.
But what I will say is there's the Roadhouse meme from Family Guy where he just kicks everybody.
Roadhouse.
It's so warranted, because you watch the movie, you're like, man, Patrick Swayze is a badass,
All he does is kick people. Like literally, he just kicks people.
And
The entire movie.
And has sex with your woman and pulls your man's throat out.
That's a
With
busy
3
evening.
fingers while shirtless.
I am currently looking up Patrick Swayze Roadhouse so I can figure out how to make this badass balloon.
So beautiful.
Well, he has to be kicking for starters.
Well, there's a lot of crossed arms going on in these promo pics.
There's a lot of crossed arms, and I actually have a Patrick Swayze pop figure. I actually never thought I'd find one ever, but I actually did. But it's him as Johnny Castle from Dirty Dancing, and it is the funniest thing ever, because the efforts they put into his hair in the pop figure is actually unprecedented. And they even gave him a tiny little 6-pack through his little wife beater vest. It's so cute.
Okay, so just to clarify, are we going shirt off Patrick Swayze Roadhouse?
Oh, unless you can somehow do his kung fu shirt that he wears for not doing kung fu.
Yes, the kung fu shirt that is never worn for any kung fu moments. It's his lounge wear, his entertainment wear. I'm telling you, it's the best movie ever. I'm sorry, it just is.
Wait, is it this white shirt that's open?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, I will work on that this weekend. I will make that happen.
Brilliant.
You might need a couple of weeks of quarantine to get the ugliness of the shirt down to a T.
It's the most 80s thing ever in the worst possible way.
Oh.
Should I give Austin a heads up that this is going to happen? This sounds like a huge undertaking.
No, he's used to it. I do this kind of stuff all the time.
Fair.
I'm amazed that I even have a boyfriend with how much he gets ignored while I'm figuring out balloon designs.
Oh, I've been on the receiving end of that. Stevie was building my IG-11 costume all week, and I just come home, and I don't think I get a word out of her because she was focusing on this tiny bit of leg that she was getting perfect. So I get being a creative widow for a few days, totally.
Okay, but now multiply that by every day.
If there's one thing I can say though, Cian, if this go into it, we will be checking back next week on a status update of this recreation of The Mandalorian.
I will have photos ready.
Because this needs to be done.
Will we do a live stream dressed as the robot?
Oh my God, yes.
Yes.
This is great. This is fantastic. Oh yeah, what a brilliant idea. Yeah, all of us just cosplaying as Star Wars characters, watching Roadhouse live reaction to it. I love it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've still got that balloon baby Yoda you made, so.
How is it looking?
It's lost a leg.
Oh.
But apart from that, it's still smiling.
Oh, well, that's something. At least it's still happy.
We basically popped it behind the TV in our room, and as his leg deteriorated, he just gradually started leaning out from the side of it.
He's just like judging you.
Like,
Yeah.
save me, Father.
Father, give me legs.
Give me legs, yes.
Father.
Brilliant.
Leg, singular.
Actually, that's one of my randomly favorite episode clips of The Simpsons. It's like a robot you never finished. Father, give me legs. It's just like, oh. You know what I'm going to do after the show? I'm going to watch The Simpsons because I just need to. We referenced it too much. But listen, folks, we're getting to the end of the show. What a crazy show! What a crazy show this has been.
Time flies when you're having fun, huh?
Oh, it's
How
fantastic.
in God's name am I going to plug this? What do we talk about?
That sounds like a you problem.
Oh my god! Yeah, you know, we should have live streamed this one because this would have been this would have been hilarious to live stream. But listen, you know, it just is what it is. Guys, thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, it was great. It really was. And look, again, Lisa, I know I wasn't plugging it hard enough because, you know, seriously, if you haven't listened to Surreal Canto yet, do. If you haven't listened to episode 4, you're going to get a preview of our Roadhouse live stream. And Katie, you have to join us for that as well because, you know, trust me,
absolutely.
And you have to have the Patrick Swayze figure.
Oh yeah, Patrick and I will be watching.
Excellent. Excellent. Yeah, so the updates on that will go up on our social media. So thank you for agreeing to that, Katie. Appreciate it.
No problem.
You definitely have your work cut out for you, that's for sure.
Yeah, there's no pressure there at all.
No pressure.
How am I going to do these biceps?
That's a you problem.
Oh, he brought it back round.
But before we let you guys go, is there anything you want to plug?
Oh, where to begin? I suppose plug Mannequin Blue's Give Her Coffee page, certainly.
Yay, thank you.
I'd like to plug myself. No, listen to Straight Outta Canto. It's the weirdest spot for nerd culture, nightmares, nostalgia, and more. Anything kind of weird, freaky, kinky, strange about Japan, Nintendo, creepypastas, urban legends. It's the weirdest little podcast, and I love it so much.
It's awesome.
And I don't say that because I make a podcast that I would listen to, and yeah. I don't like normal things.
I'm looking forward to the next episode. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's oh my god, the next one it'll be finished this weekend, and it is really weird. It's all about like urban legends from Japan.
Oh, super fun! I'm looking forward to that. As well, again, I will update the website now that I can't leave. We can't really leave the house. So yeah, I will update the website, so that'll be soon. I know I've been meaning to do it for very long, but I lost the code, so I found the code again, and yeah, I have to fix it. So I will be. I will do that. If you haven't checked out our website yet, go over to nerdtoknowmedia.com. That's where you have to find all of our stuff, all of our links, links to Spotify, iTunes, all that good stuff, Twitch, and YouTube. It's all there. So check it out. So until next week, guys, for all my co-hosts and for Bryn, I don't know where Bryn is. He'll be back eventually. But for we lost him somewhere. I don't know where he is. But he will be back soon, I'm sure. And for everybody else, we will see you next week here on Nerd to Know Media, Nerd to Know Basis, Phoenix 92.5 FM.
Bye. Bye.
Are you a nerd? Do you like hearing about a bizarre range of topics from the world of nerd? Does your heart and hairstyle still belong in the nostalgic 90s? Are you a sucker for spooky weirdo things? Well, whether you're a hardcore nerd or a vanilla ice baby, Straight Outta Canto is the podcast radio show for you! Straight Outta Canto, that's Kanto, Ireland's #1 show for nerd culture, nightmares, nostalgia, and more. Straight Outta Canto.
Thank you for listening to a Nerd to Know Media production.